What's going on, everyone? Happy Sunday to everyone. Hopefully everyone is doing well, staying safe, healthy. If you had to take a COVID test, hopefully you tested negative. If you did test positive, hopefully you have a full and speedy recovery with no long COVID issues. It is time now for the Sunday Wastewater Update for Sunday, August 13th, 2023. Before we get to the wastewater portion of this video, there are a few notes that I want to pass along, some trends that I've been noticing. First off, New Jersey today, 262 hospitalizations. That is not likely to be a correct number because 10 hospitals did not report, 60 out of 70. Let's cross the river into Pennsylvania. It was a very busy Saturday in Philadelphia, 817 EMS incidents. And as you know, anytime it's over 800, that's when I start to get concerned. And good chance that is going to spill over into Sunday. I want to do a quick live look in here at what's going on in Montgomery County right now. I'm seeing cardiac arrest. I'm seeing cardiac emergency. I'm seeing a lot of stuff going on. And Chester County, Pennsylvania, same deal. A lot of sick person calls I saw earlier. We see a stroke call. There's still 2 sick person calls, respiratory difficulty. And from what I am hearing, the hospitals right now, I've had 2 separate people tell me, the hospitals right now are just absolutely slammed in the area. So this is not good. This is not good news whatsoever. And clearly at this point, all across the country, it doesn't even have to be here, all across the country, COVID is on the rise, and in the Northeast, it's rising pretty quickly. And you're going to see something that you may think, oh, well, maybe it's not rising in the Northeast. No, it is. Here's BioBot Analytics. Yes, you see, Northeast and the South, it's showing there's a slight drop. I don't know how accurate their data is now. They had to revise their data for the Great Lakes, and you can see that here. Look at the Great Lakes. Literally, straight up now. So will they end up revising what's going on in the Northeast and the South? I don't know, but for this week they do show there is a drop in the Northeast and the South. I'm not certain I'm agreeing with that just yet because we see it up in New York State. Can I show you New York State? Yes, I can. I can show you New York State's hospitalizations. Look at this. It's the hospitalizations there. They're going up pretty quickly now. Look at the emissions up in New York State. The emissions in New York State. Yeah, they're really starting to rise right now. So seeing BioBot come in with saying, oh, all of a sudden there's a drop there. We'll see. We'll know on Tuesday if the data supports that or not, because that's when New York State will start the new week of reporting. And my suspicion is we're going to see it higher. All right, let's dive into the CDC. And for those who are the first time, maybe it's your first time watching this video, there's a bunch of colors on this map. I always like to explain what the colors mean, but I also like to state this now. We started saying this a few weeks ago, and it is relatively important. All the wastewater sites you're going to see today do not include private septic tanks, porta potties, all that stuff that's not connected to a public sewer system is not detected in this wastewater. So even an area that says, oh, your wastewater is low, could there be a lot of private wastewater systems there? It's possible. Mountainous regions, we see that a lot. You're going to see it when I start off in Maine. Maine has a lot of private wastewater septic systems, especially along the lakes. My relatives have a place up there. They're not connected to the public wastewater system, so you kind of get the idea where I'm coming from here. All right, sites that are in the white, they're new sites. There's 141 of them. Sites that are very low, 0 to 19%. There's 282 of them. That's not a good number. You're probably thinking, well, wait, that's a lot. Yeah, that number's actually down by 26% because the number of sites that are higher, unfortunately, are rising. 20 to 39% COVID detected. That's 479 sites, but even that dropped by 1%. 40 to 59% COVID detected. That's in this real light blue color. I wish it was a different color. It's not. And there's 310 sites like that, and that we can say that's moderate. You know, 40 to 59%, that's a middle number. 60 to 79% COVID detected, that's in the orange. That's starting to get pretty bad. There's now 136 of them. Yeah, that's quite a few. Remember when it was just like about 20? Maybe about a month ago? Yeah, this number continues to rise. 80 to 100% COVID detected in the red. So in other words, you saw a massive increase in COVID. There's now 25 sites like that, and that's up by 14%. Alright, let's start in the northeast, work our way south, and then eventually work our way to the west. And we're going to start, and before we even do that, you can just even see it here on the map. There's a lot more red and orange. Not good. It's this EG.5 variant, and in some areas, such as New York and New Jersey, FL 1.5.1 is on the increase as well. Let's start off with Maine, and one thing you'll note with Maine, there's more sites now. We can go all the way up here to this far northern site, and look at this one, only 2,400 population. It's a fairly new site, but look what's happening. It is going straight up. It's going up like a rocket ship. Not good to see. COVID's rapidly rising there. Let's go down to Cumberland County, 8,500 population at this wastewater site, and it is dropping at this time. Now, we know there's a bigger Cumberland County site, and that's this one right here, which is at this time, it is at 65,000 people, maybe slightly higher this time of year. It's summer. Maine's a big tourist state, and this hasn't updated as frequently. I would show you a wastewater scan, but for some reason, that every time I go to that website right now, it just keeps freezing up. Coming down here, let's go a little bit further south, York County, Maine. Yeah, York County, Maine starting to rise again after a pretty big drop, so this is not good to see. And then we come down here to New Hampshire, Rockingham, rapidly rising, 20,000 population at this wastewater shed. Let's go over to Worcester, where we have 250,000 population. You can see it is flat at this time. Don't take that at face value. Also, don't take this at face value, which is Boston. We know in and around those areas, cases are rising, and wastewater is rising. It's just not updating here on the CDC website. Coming down here to Providence, Rhode Island. This did update. This is not good. Providence, Rhode Island is now in the red, and it is rapidly rising at this time. Not rocket shipping, but it's gone vertical. It's rising pretty quickly at this time. Let's go to Vermont, shall we? What's going on in Chitterton? We still see orange in Chitterton, which is Burlington. 30,000 population. But it says it's dropping at this time. Okay. And then we come to another Chitterton site, which is slightly dropping at this time. New York State. Let's start off with, let's find Saratoga. I believe that's this one. That's Schenectady. Schenectady is slightly rising at this time. It is in low to near moderate at this time. Saratoga. Whoa. Remember I said we were going to see what happens after the racetracks start up? And you know there's other reasons people go to Saratoga. There's a lot of arts and theater that goes on Saratoga as well. Well, the combination of everything, it's summertime. Look at this. Straight up it goes, and unfortunately, some point this month, there's a couple colleges there, aren't there? They're going to be going back pretty soon. I mean, Saratoga is also a college town. Look at this wastewater. It's going straight up. We expected that this would happen because of the summer activity that goes on up there. If I could show you a traffic map right now of the southbound New York State Thruway, I just looked at it a little bit ago. It's red, orange, it's bumper to bumper for miles leaving upstate New York. And there you go. It leads to rising COVID cases and rising detection of COVID in the wastewater. Coming down here to the Catskills, similar deal. Big summertime area. And rapidly rising COVID detection in wastewater. We go up to central New York. Now let's start to go west a little bit further. You can see these wastewater sites. They are rising. These are all places people go to in the summertime. So this is not good to see. Now you come out here to western New York. It's actually year-round living. A lot of year-round living. I mean, you have Buffalo, you have Syracuse, different areas. And believe it or not, there's actually some dropping here. Niagara's dropping. This portion of Erie County's dropping. It is in the red, but it's dropping at this time. There's another Niagara site that went straight across. That's telling me it probably did not update. And now let's go further south. Let's jump over into Connecticut. I promised I would do Connecticut today. I usually do anyhow, but some of these sites did not update. But we'll do Connecticut, then New York City. Very important we do New York City. Hartford. 25,000 population at this watershed. It is rising. New London. Big beach area, 22,000 population, rapidly rising. New Haven, rapidly rising. Then we come down here to Fairfield. Wow, literally going straight up. And I believe we have one more. This is Westchester, New York. And this site is rapidly rising. Let's come over to here. That site hasn't updated in a while. So Connecticut at this time, I know it's coming up blue. Consider yourself to be orange or red soon. I mean, these rapid rises, they just continue. I don't know why it's not in the red now, but I mean, Connecticut is really going up. And New York City's not in the red yet as well. Let's look at Long Island first. Nassau County. Wow, straight up. 611,349 population. Now let's zoom out. Where's the New York City sites? Here we go. We're just going to quickly go through them all. And you can see, here we go. Bronx has leveled off a little bit. Queens has leveled off a little bit. Another Queens rapidly rising. Another Queens rapidly rising. Kings rapidly rising. Kings rapidly rising. Kings rapidly rising. Whoa. Kings extended rapid rise. There's another Queens that's dropping a little bit. And dropping a little bit. Now let's get closer to Staten Island. Yeah, quickly going up. How about northern Staten Island? Richmond rapidly rising. Southern Staten Island rapidly rising. So the majority of the New York City wastewater sites are still rapidly rising. Some of them have slowed down. And then we come over to this lovely mess. New Jersey, Eastern Pennsylvania, Delaware. Majority of these sites are now in the orange, which is not good to see. Take a look at this. Monmouth County, New Jersey. Not updating a lot. Here's another one up closer to Sandy Hook. That's not good. Rapidly rising. And we have to take a look at this Essex, Union County. Wow. Straight up. All right. Let's do my state now, shall we? Monroe County. Big tourist area in the summertime. Not a big wastewater site, but I'm going to tell you, there are a ton of private septic tanks. It's the Pocono Mountains. People have mountain houses. People have them who come from New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia. I know people who have mountain houses, and a lot of them are private wastewater. I mean, it's not hooked into the system. So to see it already going up rapidly, that is not good to see. Let's come down here to the Lehigh Valley. Why is the Lehigh Valley concerning? Well, Music Fest. If you don't know what that is, it's a week-long festival that happens in Bethlehem at the old site of the Bethlehem Steel Company. It draws hundreds of thousands of people. As a matter of fact, I think throughout the week, it might even be 1 million people total that come to this during the whole week's time. Montgomery County, look at these sites. Yep, they're going up. Look at this one. Straight up. Oh, this is not good to see. Now here's Delaware County, slightly going up, but let's go west of Chester County. Boing! Upward. I mean, come on, this is bad. Another Chester County, upward. Delaware, alright, dropping a little bit. Newcastle County, Delaware, going up. How about here in Cumberland County, New Jersey? We know this site is dropping because we know on the Wastewater Scan website it does show a drop. I really wish I could show that to you today, but I don't know why I keep having issues with that website. I'm going to have to rectify that somehow because that is one great website. Kent County, Delaware. Now we're starting to get further south in Delaware, starting to come near the beach towns, and 130,000 population and rising. Sussex County, Delaware. Ugh, not good. This is a huge tourist area. Lewis Beach, Dewey Beach, Rehoboth Beach. I mean, and it's going straight upward. Not good to see at all, my friends. Another Sussex County straight up. Here's two more. Let's look at this one. Straight upward. Alrighty. Coming back to Pennsylvania for a moment. This is one we're going to be watching in the coming weeks. Center County, Pennsylvania needs to be watched. Penn State University. They go back next weekend. Some students have already started to move in to their dorms, apartments, whatever. And look at this. Pre-move in. There's already a rise there. Just a month from now, Center County is going to be jam-packed for football. Beaver Stadium on the biggest games have gotten near 110,000 people. And on those big weekends, there's people that go up there just to tailgate, and they don't even go into the games. So this is somewhere we're going to be watching. I hope this gets onto Wastewater Scan so we can get rapid updates out of there. I'll probably go back to listening to their dispatch. Those who know me know I used to listen to that dispatch frequently. So, yeah, not good to see it rising there already. Alrighty, moving on. We gotta do the rest of the country. We got a lot of places to go to yet. North Carolina. Pitt. This is the county. It's in the red. It's rising. We're just gonna click on a lot of the red and orange sites. Orange, Durham. Rapidly rising. Rapidly rising. This site, Wake. It is dropping ever so slowly. Another Wake. It's rising. You come down here to near southern North Carolina. All these sites are, for the most part, rising that I'm clicking on. Here's one that leveled off a little bit. And then, let's see, what's this one right here? New Hanover. That one's rising. All right, let's go back north. Ohio. What's going on in Ohio? Ohio has been a mixed bag. The rural areas are not terrible. The cities are rising. Franklin County. That's Columbus. It's rising. Then we come here to Cincinnati. That's rising. Hamilton County. You come up here to Cleveland. Cleveland's not terrible at these sites just yet. Here's one, Lake County, and that one is rapidly rising. Here's Lorain. This one is rapidly rising. How about Northwest Ohio? Williams, not terrible. Then we come here to Lucas County. It's a big wastewater site. That one's rising. All right, we got to do some Michigan, and then I do want to do several sites in Chicago. Michigan, not terrible yet, but again, a lot of these sites do not update all that frequently. Eaton does. That's 9,000 population. This one is rising at this time. We come here to Ottawa. That's rising. Kent is flat. And now let's get to Chicago. Look at this one. Cook County. Smaller Cook County, but it is in the orange and it's rising at this time. We do have a bigger Cook County site here somewhere. Here it is. And it is at 1.1 million population. This is a big site. One of the bigger sites we look at today. And you can see here it is slightly starting to rise. Another Cook County. This one is rising 1.2 million, so that is concerning. Another Cook County, 270,000. That's concerning. Dubois is rising at this time. Another Dubois, which is rising at this time. Here's one that doesn't update as frequently. And yep. So overall, at this time, I would say, yes, Chicago, start taking it seriously. It's going up. Here's another one, Lake. I mean, this one's rapidly rising. It's not as big as the site, but Chicago, if you're in Chicago, start taking things seriously. How about what's going on in Indianapolis area? 98,000 population and rising at this time. Let's come over here to Missouri next. Dent is dropping at this time. Let's go closer to St. Louis. St. Louis is slightly starting to rise. Now let's take a look here. New Hanover, North Carolina. That's 58,000 population. And that's rising at this time. Trying to get close to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And it does look like there is a rise there at this time. I think these may be new wastewater sites. I don't recall clicking on them in the past. Charleston, that one is rapidly rising. Atlanta, are these sites actually updating? Sometimes they don't update here on a CDC site. But overall, you're still in the low to moderate category. Here's DeKalb. Here's one that is updating. 325,000 population and rapidly rising at this time. Coming down to Florida. America's virus trap. Sorry, apologies if you live in Florida, but I mean, really, your government doesn't do much to stop viruses that spread down there. Orlando is flat at this time, but we see from the other wastewater scan site that Florida is rising at this time. And all these sites that are in the red and the orange are relatively concerning. Look at this one, Palm Beach, rapidly rising, 300,000 population. Look at this near Tampa Bay area, rapidly rising. How about Birmingham, Alabama? What's going on there? Jefferson has not updated, but it is in orange. We see orange at New Orleans. How about Texas? Yes, we see orange in the Dallas area. Dallas is rising at this time. Then we come down to near Houston. Houston is in the red and in the orange at this time. So that's not good. Even if it's not updating and it still says red and orange, consider it to be a risky area. How about here in Arkansas? What's going on in Washington County, Arkansas? 93,000 population at that site and rising. We do see a red site in Colorado. That's not good. And let's take a look up here closer to Denver. We do see rising wastewater levels at this time. How about Utah? Yeah, look at this. Utah. Remember when we first started doing these videos? Those who have followed my channel for a while, when we first started doing these videos, we saw a lot of red at these sites in Utah. Red and orange, and we think that may come back again soon. We do see some moderate sites in California, in the Bay Area, and we're starting to see potentially some moderate down near Los Angeles. Yep, you can see here Orange County and whatnot. Here's Los Angeles itself. If I zoom this in real closely, nope, I thought there was an orange site there, but you get the point. Yes, there is an orange site. There's one site that has updated, and that's in moderate levels. It's about to go to the orange and moderate category, so that's not good to see. Let's go up north, take a look here in Oregon. You can see Oregon is still dropping at this time. That's relatively interesting. We do have a red site up in Washington. And we do have a few orange sites, as you can see here. Franklin County, Washington, that is rising. Idaho, not terribly concerning yet. Also not updating all that frequently. Then we come here to Montana. There's only just a couple sites in Montana. And I want to do some of these sites in Nebraska. Then we're going to go over to Minnesota. Then we'll do Hawaii, and that's going to be it for today. You can see Holt County, Nebraska. That is rising at this time. There's another site that's rising, which is bigger. That's 200,000 population. Lancaster County, Nebraska. And here we go to Minnesota area. And Minneapolis, the Twin Cities. And take a look here. You can see here, yes, there is some rising at this time. So these really low sites, don't think they're going to stay low. So unfortunately, what we are seeing today, folks, is the percent or number of sites that are red and orange, that is going to continue to rise. What's going on in Hawaii? Everyone knows Maui right now is being devastated by these fires, and unfortunately, Hawaii does have its fair share of orange sites at this time. Not good to see. Let's see, did we forget anywhere else? I know, we didn't do every state. There's a few places. How about Phoenix, Arizona? Or how about Arizona in general? Let's see what's going on here. You can see these sites. Yep, they are rising at this time. We also did not do Wisconsin, which, yes, I would like to give some attention to Wisconsin. Here we go. Wisconsin rising. Rising. Slightly dropping. There's another site slightly dropping. Here's one that's really rising. So generally a mixed picture in Wisconsin at this time. Whoa, here's Jackson. Small site, but it's rapidly rising. Alrighty, folks, that does it for this week's wastewater update. Sorry if I did not get to your state or area. I know I didn't do, there's a few places that I did not do. I promise, throughout the week, I will maybe showcase a few more places that we have missed. Alrighty, folks, I'll see you again tomorrow for the Walgreens update. Hopefully we'll get the Walgreens update. And then the pandemic update. If you like this content, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel down below. If you know anyone that needs a reminder that the pandemic is not over, by all means, share this video with them. I will see you all again next time. But until I see you again next time, stay safe, everyone. Have a great Sunday afternoon.